A girl pushed a cake cart toward a man in white. She immediately shouted that he was a scumbag and tried to throw the cake at him. But in the next second, she tripped and fell. The girl's fall unexpectedly pulled the man's pants down. Suddenly, his pink cartoon underwear was revealed to everyone. The crowd gasped in shock. At that moment, the man was furious. He shouted that he would kill her. His assistant immediately grabbed him and held him back. The girl ran away in shame. She had been hired to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend, but attacked the wrong man. Later, the girl was working in a bar. Unexpectedly, a news report appeared on the TV. It showed the same man, identifying him as the new CEO of a powerful corporation. The girl panicked, hoping she would never see him again. But just then, the CEO walked into the bar with his bodyguards. The girl immediately dove under a table to hide. The CEO sat down right in front of her. She was trapped. The CEO suddenly looked unwell. The girl tried to sneak away, but she stumbled and fell right into his lap. At that moment, they accidentally kissed. He grabbed her and refused to let go. He said he needed her help just once. Her father needed money for an operation, so she agreed to his deal. The next morning, she woke up in a hotel room. She suddenly realized she was late for her new job at the CEO's company. She found a check on the table but tore it up. Instead, she left a few bills and coins as payment and rushed out. When the CEO woke up, he found the small amount of cash. He was completely insulted. The girl arrived at the office. Just then, a delivery arrived for her. A rival colleague immediately snatched the package. The rival saw a mark on the girl's neck and mocked her. She opened the package and pulled out a box of pills. She shouted that they were emergency contraceptives. The rival accused her of selling her body to get the job. The girl was furious. She grabbed the pills and tried to force them into the rival's mouth. They immediately started fighting. Suddenly, the CEO walked into the office. Everyone froze. The rival cried to the CEO, demanding he fire the new girl. The girl braced herself for the worst. But unexpectedly, the CEO just pointed at her. He said, "You, come to my office." In his office, the CEO slammed the cash and coins on the desk. He asked if she left the money to humiliate him. Just then, his assistant entered with a bag of medicine. The CEO's grandmother called and yelled at him for being single. She said he must have a problem and forced him to drink the medicine. The girl overheard and started to laugh. The CEO glared at her. She immediately offered to help keep the medicine. She grabbed the bag, but it suddenly burst. The brown liquid splashed all over the CEO's face and shirt. The CEO pointed to his lunch. He immediately ordered the girl to pick every single piece of corn out of his food. The girl was furious, but she obeyed. After a long time, she finally finished. She presented the food to the CEO. But in the next second, he said he wasn't hungry anymore. The girl stomped out of the office. She was so angry she turned to punch the door. Unexpectedly, the CEO was standing right there. Her fist stopped just before his face. He asked what she was about to say. At that moment, she quickly lied. She said he was a great boss who would live a long life like a turtle. Then she immediately ran away. Later, the girl went to the hospital to visit her father. The father said he wanted to give up on his expensive surgery. But the girl insisted, lying that her new job paid very well. Suddenly, she felt sick. The father became suspicious of where she got her money. At the office, the girl had no money for lunch. She secretly ate a plain bun at her desk. Just then, the CEO saw her from his office. He immediately sent his assistant to get her. The assistant told her the CEO wanted her to eat lunch with him. In his office, the CEO revealed a strange new rule. The company would give a huge bonus for every pound an employee gained. But there was also a large fine for every pound lost. He said it was for the company's sake. The girl, desperate for money, immediately grabbed the lunchbox he offered and began to eat. The CEO watched her and smiled. That evening, the assistant stopped the girl as she was leaving. He gave her a bag full of cash. It was her salary, paid in advance by the CEO. The girl was overjoyed. But when she got home, she found her things thrown outside. At that moment, the landlord appeared. He yelled that he had evicted her for not paying rent. He immediately slammed the door in her face. With nowhere to go, the girl returned to the office. She fell asleep on the sofa. Late that night, the CEO found her. He woke her up and she fell to the floor. She tearfully explained she was homeless. The CEO said she couldn't sleep there. He ordered her to follow him. Unexpectedly, he took her to his huge house. Just then, her phone rang. It was the doctor. He said they found a match for her father's surgery, but she needed to pay immediately. She hung up, worried. At that moment, the CEO walked out of the bathroom wearing only a towel. The girl was shocked. She tried to walk past him, but she suddenly tripped and fell. In the next second, her hand grabbed his towel and pulled it clean off. The girl suddenly pulled off the CEO's towel, but she immediately shut her eyes and swore she saw nothing. The CEO quickly wrapped the towel back around himself. The girl tried to sneak away. At that moment, he called out to her. She immediately blurted out that she needed to borrow $300,000. The CEO thought she was just after his money. He took a gold card from his jacket and threw it to her. He said there was enough money on it. The girl was stunned but immediately thanked him. She promised to pay him back, but he coldly told her not to. He then pointed to a room upstairs and walked away. The girl was overjoyed. She immediately called the doctor. She said she had the money for her father's surgery. The next day at work, she wanted to thank the CEO. Just then, his assistant walked over. He told her she no longer had to eat lunch with the CEO. Her coworkers immediately started to gossip. But in the next second, the assistant made a huge announcement. The CEO had decided to provide free lunch for all employees. The whole office cheered. The girl wondered if he did it for her. Suddenly, she remembered the hospital fee. She immediately grabbed her bag and ran out. At the hospital, she was paying the bill for her father. Unexpectedly, the CEO walked in with his grandmother. The grandmother was scolding him for not being married. The CEO lied and said he had a dysfunction. At that moment, he saw the girl with her father at the payment counter. He suddenly understood why she needed the money. The CEO felt guilty. He went back to the office and practiced an apology. He immediately called the girl to his office. She entered, looking nervous. The CEO stared at her with a serious expression. The CEO invited the girl to a business party. He said she should prepare herself. At that moment, she announced she had found a new apartment. She thanked him for letting her stay and immediately turned to leave. The CEO watched her go, feeling disappointed. He tried to convince himself that he didn't care. At the party, the girl, now dressed in an elegant gown, stood beside the CEO. A female business partner complimented the girl. The CEO proudly agreed. The business partner raised her glass and they all drank. Suddenly, the CEO ordered the girl to buy a bouquet of flowers for the business partner's birthday. The girl was confused but immediately went to buy them. When she returned, she felt her heart sink. She was jealous. She returned to the CEO and presented the flowers. She quietly asked if he had feelings for the business partner. The CEO denied it. At that moment, he saw tears in the girl's eyes. He immediately thought she was in love with him. He told her they could only have a professional relationship. Suddenly, he noticed her holding the flowers. He took them from her and walked over to the business partner. He wished her a happy birthday. The girl watched them, feeling a wave of nausea. She covered her mouth. Suddenly, she realized she had forgotten to take her contraceptive pills after their night together. At that moment, she felt sick and ran out of the room. The CEO saw her run and thought she was heartbroken. In the bathroom, the girl took a pregnancy test. She stared at it in shock. At that moment, she saw the 2 lines appear. She was pregnant.